Banana.
You know, we heard at the start of the hurricane season that it's going to be a very active one.
Boy.
And we can't wait for it done, because that one is
joke.
too active. It's too active, and it's hitting the same places. So in Dominica, the Prime Minister has declared a state of emergency. In recovery mode, they are right now. 7 persons have been confirmed dead. Dominica's airports and seaports, that they remain closed, and authorities use helicopters to carry emergency food, water, and shelter materials to the island. We heard that from the head of the Caribbean Disaster and Emergency Management Agency, SEDIMA. Wow.
That's Ronald Jackson, eh?
Yeah. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said the Commonwealth of Dominica is still isolated with no means of communications and transportation connections to the neighboring islands.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. Incredible. And then Hurricane Maria went where? Mayor of the city of Catano said months and months and months and months. And that's not, I'm not exaggerating, that's what he said, are going to pass before we can recover from this. Wow. And then it's heading for Turks and Caicos.
Yeah. So.
And apparently he said it's regained strength this morning.
Jeez.
And Turks and Caicos.
It gone back up to what? Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Incredible. No, it's a category 3 now. And they say it's likely to strengthen over the warm waters of the Turks and Caicos. He says the best case scenario is that the storm could skirt the island chain 40 to 50 miles to the east. Wow. And people talking about nothing, climate change or foolishness and all. Well, look at that.
I'm telling you.
Look at that.
I think that's the video. No, that's not the video I saw, but this is as bad.
Incredible. Wow, and then
it just hit the region in a bad way, never.
Yeah,
it's gonna look, see it there, look.
Yeah.
That's the great, you know. You can imagine, well, I can imagine. I went through Gilbert. Look at that.
Yeah. That is Puerto Rico.
Gosh.
But it's headed for Turks and Caicos, and then we have to go to Mexico. Earthquake in Mexico. They said at least 21 kids and 5 adults died when a primary school collapsed. Many others missing. Wow.
Government figures says a lot. Mexico City.
And by the way, there was an earthquake in Japan.
Yeah.
Either last night or early
And I
this
think
morning
Australia
also.
had one a couple of days ago as well.
Yeah, but I think it was last night.
The thing with Mexico is the 8 and then the 7.1, you know? So the 8 kind of rock a lot of things, and then the 7.1 afterwards. They say the government figures 100 dead in Mexico City, 69 in Morelos State, 43 in Puebla, 13 in Mexico State, 4 in Guerrero. This bad boy. Wow.
But again, I read with the earthquake in Japan. A producer has an interesting question here that they name hurricanes, but them don't name earthquake. I guess they name earthquakes because you know they come in.
They name hurricanes because you know they're coming.
They know they come in, but I guess you don't know an earthquake coming, so.
And after it's gone, I don't think anybody even care what it name. Everybody just know that it caused a lot of damage. So, that is
Whoa.
Today is International Day of Peace. Yes.
You probably could check out the one in Japan, so, because I know I read, 6.1 in Japan. It was yesterday, right? Yeah, it was. I know I read it somewhere.
Yes, sorry, I was saying it's International Day of Peace, and Women's Media Watch Jamaica has their own theme, creating equal spaces. So today it's Day of Peace.
Yeah.
So don't disrupt my peace.
I'm not disrupting the peace. But we have no good news in the hot topic this morning.
That's why I changed it a while ago, because what we're coming to is not even.
So a senior female employee of the FLA, the Firearm Licensing Authority, was taken into custody yesterday by MOCA.
Why?
Well, it says the case involving the woman says it followed discovery that her gun license was recently renewed, although the owner apparently is in jail in the United States. Whoa. Now, the FLA staff certified that the owner of the weapon had come into the office and followed the proper procedure. But checks by Mocha revealed that not only was the gun missing, but the owner is in jail in the United States, where he's been living for the past 4 years and don't have possession of the weapon. So how him get a license when him not even in the country first? Second, how him get the gun when him not in the country? Third, how him into anything when him into jail in foreign?
Fourth, I just want to know, if you're in jail in the US, what do you want a gun in Jamaica for?
Yeah, well, apparently they found the gun. They said this was not done because of his absence. He never renewed for 3 years, but they said the gun was eventually found.
Where?
By another person.
And the person?
And brought to the FLA after the police started to search for it. It's interesting that they use the word found. When you say, a man just see the gun on the ground and just pick it up and carry it going. So they put the found in quotes, because that found sound kind of...
Foundish.
Thank you. So they said there's evidence that the licensing system has been compromised by a ring of alleged corrupt FLA staffers who have been working with outside interests, including police officers, it says, in a system where a third party is paid for the gun license without having to turn up with their weapons for the necessary licensing procedures at the FLA office. Why? The saga continues.
I was watching an episode of Criminal Minds Without Borders last night, and it was based in Jamaica. And I had to tweet and say, who helped them to write this script? Because it had some interesting viewpoints of how we do crime and violence here. They were like, somebody was killed, so the father says, you guys have to go down and investigate. The implication was that the local authorities would not investigate, and that they would be in bed with the criminals. And even when they arrested the guy, they were like, we are taking him to the States, because if he stayed in the hotel, if he stayed in Jamaica in prison, it would be like he was in a hotel.
Yeah, but I
was like, what?
I don't understand if I don't know if anybody here when we just say, well, you know, here's somebody that is given a gun license who is in jail in another country.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is absolutely amazing.
What is even more amazing is that apparently this has been going on for quite some time. And it's just a one person look like just get vexed one day and say, well,
incredible.
And this way I go on. I wish more of that would happen.
Incredible. All right. We'll have some breaking news this morning.
What's the breaking news?
I forget to tell you.
What's the breaking news, man?
I don't have a birthday.
You don't have a birthday?
No.
Amazing. Amazing.
The producer said quickly.
No, yes, no. It's Fitz Jackson's birthday.
Easy, Sir Fitz.
Fitz Jackson, MP. Good morning, sir. Happy birthday to you.
Easy.
Lowell Spence's birthday is also today. Neil Hamity. Garnet Roper, big filmmaker Storm Salter. Happy birthday to you, sir. Yeah, Basil Wellington, Dwayne Morgan, Amoy Palmer, Garisha Palmer, and Jodine Johnson. And I want to say belated birthday greetings to Audrey Dancehall Queen Reed.
Easy.
Still celebrating her 35th birthday. Happy birthday, Audrey, from us here at Smile.
Happy birthday.
Cause our hearts tell us something.